Everything I told them I would do, I really did it. Every yard I beat, I really made it out the city. I'm gonna make the music that's gonna make the people feel me. I'm gonna make some money, get my family out here with me. I'm gonna really make a difference. My family from the ghetto, they wonder why I ain't scared. I'm really from Jamaica, put them lighters in the air. You get what I'm saying? Like in California around them times, like you see someone like in California, there's neighborhoods that are strictly blood or strictly Crip. So it's like if you driving around there, the color of your car like can get you. Like, yeah. And then there was another white boy went into a church, a black church, and all the people in the church. The black Americans from 25 and up, or let's say 30 and up, 30 to 50. Oh man, they would rebuild Africa. But it's like that's the stuff that black people supposed to be doing. Like if black Americans like was smart enough, like we would all come together and then go do what he doing. You get what I'm saying? Go get a diamond mine and then pay our people properly. I feel you. Black men don't cheat. I feel you on that, brother. Feel you on that. Black men don't cheat. I read that book too. Black men don't cheat. However, black men don't cheat.
We're dealing with one of the most important things that you can handle as a human race in the world. You know, the impacts of being an African in the rest of the world is so consequential. Why would there be black without white? Why would there be white without black? I mean, it adds more style and art and everything to the race pattern of the world. So today we are busy going through these questions and we're thinking, would I like to be this black? Or would I like to be
what?
Black? So today we have with us here Maniac, all the way from the US. He came specifically for this podcast. He's going to talk about himself. He's very influential in social media, in entertainment. He's a rising star globally. And then on my farthest right hand side is Buka Chimi. The typical African guy. More African than I am, basically. So I'm a mediocre African, more African than the rest of
I swear you're not giving a speech on my wedding day. What
have I done?
You're not giving a speech.
He can't be the best man?
No, he cannot.
Because I'm sober.
He's suited up well, yeah. That's a plus.
He looks the part. He looks the part. He's dressed as well.
You ain't saying a speech, man.
I tell you something. Let me first tell people. Today we have Maniac here. Maniac, can you just talk about yourself?
I'm through life. She told me she hate me. I couldn't tell her she was playing. It's been a little minute, baby. Tell me what you saying. I remember how we was trying to find out where we is.
All right, well, what they do, y'all, what they do. It's your favorite Maniac over here. You said talk about myself.
Yeah, bro.
Well, you know, I'm a up and coming artist. I'm from Broward County, Florida. You guys probably know Miami. That's the closest place to me, you know. And I'm Jamaican, you know. I come from, you see me? So
yeah.
So I'm here in Uganda. Just, you know, Eddie Kenzo brought me out here. I've been out here doing songs with different Ugandan artists. Yeah, I have a song with Rickman that's out right now called Party Night. You know what I'm saying? Go check that. And you know what I mean? I'm just here, you know, enjoying myself and catching the vibes, you know.
Yo,
Wagwan, brother.
Wagwan. Eh?
Wagwan.
Bless up. What does bless up mean, by the way? Before
what do you mean? It's English. What do you mean?
What does it mean? Like,
oh well, yeah, like bless up. You know, like bless up yourself. Like
I was talking to Beanie Man. No. Conscience.
Okay.
Yeah, like chatting with him on my WhatsApp, and we had a conversation, and then he said bless up.
So just like how you say Kale.
Because by that time I did not know what bless up is. So I was like, what does questions mean by bless up? So I said, I'm like, what should I respond?
This guy wanted a sentence. May God bless you.
Oh no, that's basically yeah.
Oh,
but it's a way to end the conversation. That's why I said it's kind of like Kale. So when you got if I say bless up, don't talk no more. That's it. We're done.
Okay,
all right, brother, bless up.
Oh yeah. So when he said that, so I asked someone, what does bless up mean? Someone said, I think he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. So I was like,
you asked the wrong dude.
I took it negatively.
You asked the wrong person, man. Bro. So have you contacted the guy?
I don't hit him back yet. Even though he was around.
You're still in your feelings.
I was like, what? I mean, bless up. So I took it the opposite way. That's what communication does.
Man. So what way did you take it?
I was like, oh, man, this guy.
Oh, you responded.
No, I didn't.
But you did the right thing. You did the right thing.
I just like
no, but that was it. You did the right thing.
He did the right thing.
Yes,
but the intentions, why did it?
It killed you. It killed you that you didn't respond. Huh? It killed you that you didn't. I need to say something.
So now now before we go into the real hot topics today.
Yeah.
Oh, we got hot topics today?
Yeah, bro. We have some.
I thought we came to chill. You see how relaxed?
Okay,
I'm self-medicated right now. Like, you know, like
I'm chilling on set here, and I'm just wondering, have you ever done dancehall? African dancehall?
Yeah, I'm all about the upbeat.
Upbeat
tempo.
Okay. You did dancehall.
See, even when I'm singing about something that is sad, I need to give you a groovy beat. So you cry while dancing. You mourn while dancing. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if I want to be
mixed emotions.
I don't know.
No, that's very interesting. Now, anyway, if I'm going to that direction, I'm really going to go because I was going to ask him something while you're here because it would give me a different answer if you're not around. Yeah?
Really?
Buka, are you an artist?
Was I? Yeah.
Are you going to jump into studio with?
We've had this conversation before. We're definitely going to make it happen.
Really?
Why are we discussing business unusual?
No, because we're chilling, eh?
Yeah, we're chilling, but we're definitely going to make it happen. Unless if you want me to swear. Because I'm telling you that we're going to make it happen.
Now we have Maniac here right now. Maniac.
What they do.
Yeah. And he's come from the US to help us out here in Africa. What was that question you were talking about earlier? About African Americans?
Okay. So we've been asking ourselves, yeah? It's something that we hear. That, America is great because of the people that migrated into America or the people that contribute to its growth who are not actually the natives of America. Yeah, and then the question is, what would happen to America if all African Americans decided to migrate back to Africa? Because we kind of like feel.
So that's like a very very loaded question in a sense, because there's a lot of different ways I can answer that. Do we have time? You got time today?
Yeah, we have time.
You got time today? Okay, all right. All right, do me a favor. Rephrase the question again. So it's basically asking if what would happen if all the Black Americans went back to Africa.
Yes,
right?
Because we say that the roots of all African people is in Africa. So we believe all Blacks come from Africa.
They do.
You get?
Yeah.
That's what we believe.
It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Right. So then we're asking ourselves that if they all came back to Africa, what would happen to America, and then what would happen to Africa? That's a question I'll ask.
Right. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what will happen to America. Right. A lot of the workforce that they have in America if it was just Black Americans, like if the Mexicans are still there, they might be all right. But if you take out all of the Black Americans, what's gonna happen to America is America is a place that divides you, right? So it's if they don't have the Black Americans to blame for their problems and their issues, they're gonna find another group of people to do it. Because before the Black Americans, they did it with the Native Americans. They did it with the Native Americans, the Indians.
The
you know what I mean? So it's like the Seminoles, and I'm not sure if I even said that properly. Forgive me. I'm not sure if I'm even supposed to say Indians, but it's like the Seminoles, the Cherokees, like those tribes and stuff that was originally there. Like how you hear Pocahontas and all that. You know what I mean? Them stories of back then. But like they before it was Black, it was them. You know, and then afterwards, you know, it was Black people, and then they've discriminated on so many different people. I feel like once the Black people leave, it's just going to be another group of people that they learn to hate. It could be the Arabs. It could be what I mean?
It's the divide and rule model of life.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what would happen financially because, like I said, a lot of the workforce comes from outside of the country too. It's not just like Black Americans or like Jamaicans or whatever. It's the Mexicans too. You know what I mean? It's the Spanish people too. So it's like they contribute a lot to the growth of America as well. I believe, like it's the Blacks that built America from the starts, like from the George Washington times and all that. We built it from then, right? But over times, like you can see, like a lot of our workers come from, like Mexicans do a lot, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, so it's like, I feel like what's going to happen to America is like, it's going to still be a divide. It's going to, they're going to find someone or some group of people to classify as, oh, this is the reason why we're doing bad, or these people aren't good people. And it's still, I feel like it's still going to be the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. You see, with your background from Jamaica, you know the impact of Jamaica in the US before even the rest of the Africa kind of joined them out there. What do you think the US can really owes you as with Jamaican kind of lineage?
Jamaica. I mean, I don't think America owes me too much. I feel like as Black people, they probably owe us in general, like let's say reparations kind of thing, But in general,
have they ever done that? Like, have they ever really said, okay, this is for Jamaica because of what you did, the sugar and every other thing?
Nah, they don't even talk about that, bro. They don't even talk about that stuff. So I'm surprised you even know about that. Like they don't even talk about that stuff. Yeah.
I think America is good at burying everyone's history.
Yeah, that's what they do. They want to wash right now in the schools. They're trying to take it away that there was even slavery. They're also trying to rewrite it to say that there was benefits that came from that came from being a slave. It sounds ridiculous, right? I can show you articles.
And you know what they do? The same content they teach over there is the same content they send to Africa.
Wait, say that again? The same what?
The same content they teach on that side.
Oh, yeah.
The same content they
Okay.
send to Africa to like wash away the entire history.
Because they're trying to, it's a deeper, like I said, if I talk about this too much, y'all gonna think I'm a conspiracy theorist or something. but it's like, it's deeper than what you can think, you know what I mean? It's like,
remain right where you are in Africa. Come back here.
Yeah, and sometimes we also want to say out stuff, but then the back of your head, you're like, you know what, I'll go for a visa interview.
Yes.
Oh, and there was another part to the question I didn't answer. You were saying what would happen to Africa if Black Americans went back to Africa,
we come
right?
into that.
Yeah.
And I think I'm interested in you coming from Jamaica. Your roots being from Jamaica. I think America owes you because hip-hop comes from Jamaica.
How do you know that?
Who told you that?
Who told you that? How do you know
that?
Yo, respect, brother. Respect. It was a Jamaican DJ Kool Herc. DJ Kool Herc. Yes, he was the first one to I guess he's the founder of hip hop.
Yeah, he's the founder of hip hop.
Like all in all, like, you know what I mean? He's actually he's the reason, and he was a Jamaican cat. So, and a lot of people don't even know that, bro. That's funny you say that. Like,
so Shiloh.
Yes.
You see,
I'm just reading something here.
It's always reading, but the roots of hip hop.
Yeah,
stem back from Jamaica.
Yeah, okay.
Well, basically from Jamaican origins. Yeah,
actually, it came. If you read a book called Elixir and the Stone, it's about the swing to the power of music. Basically, you discover that Africans who are slaves are the ones who developed hip hop based on their memories of Africa. So it started with grooves, with the beats, and then it became poetic, and kind of it was more of storytelling.
Well, Black people in general, we like when you hear we're all African, mind you. So it's like when we hear drums and beats and stuff, it naturally makes us want to move and stuff. And now you just adding the words to it, really and truly.
And you see, that's why I like guys like Tupac.
Oh yeah,
because they put the swing into the hip hop.
Yeah,
like hey, sweet mama. How does it song go?
Nah, I get you. Now, but you're right though.
There's so many stuff. Mama.
But man, you're right. Paco's definitely one of the ones that you.
By the way,
I listen to a lot of KRS One.
By the way,
really? That's old. That's old school stuff.
I love digging your crates.
Yeah.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm an artist.
Drop us some one small little thing.
Right
now, bro. We can't miss that.
I got you.
Yeah. Huh?
Everything is different. Everything I told him I would do, I really did it. Every out I beat, I really made it out the city. I'm gonna make the music that's gonna make the people feel me. I'm gonna make some money, get my family out here with me. I'm gonna really make a difference. My family from the ghetto, they wonder why I ain't scared. I'm really from Jamaica, put them lighters in the air. Mama, I done made some money, we gonna get up out of air. But I tell them we're not afraid, we're not afraid, we're not afraid. Them my bad mind, soon buck up in at them when they have a big friend. Cause none of them my friend. Girl, them my pre, cause them see me in that bend. So tell me what you want from me. Tell me what you want from me, my girl. All them girl, that's a fake. You no need none of them. All them white, that's a fake. Me not rate none of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know the thing said, isn't it?
Yeah, and by the way, all those lyrics are copyrighted. Not stealing a bit of that. You know how guys can be.
We're gonna jack lines. We're gonna jack lines. We're gonna jack lines.
Okay.
I'm making that song tonight. I'm gonna make it tonight. Nobody's copyrighting nothing.
Oh man. You see, yeah? That's why I would ask him now, drop in your African style of now put in the African fusion.
Hey, I'm gonna put in the African
right
fusion.
now.
That brings me to our next question.
That was smooth, bro. That was smooth. You see how he did you? You see how he did that? He was like, yeah, so
Anyway,
that was smooth, brother.
It's a conflicting question, yep.
Yeah.
What we see is blacks gangbanging, drugs. Do blacks contribute to the growth of America besides what we see, the gangbanging, the drugs?
I mean, all right, nowadays nowadays it's like the gang culture is definitely still there. I don't know. It's like hard to say if it's gotten worse or better, but I remember growing up, it was more gang like oriented. You know what I mean? But nowadays you still see it, but it's like I feel like I don't see it as much in I don't know. I feel like it's not taking it seriously. Like back then, I remember if you were a certain color, like where I'm from, like if you was wearing blue and we was wearing red, like I mean, like we gonna get it popping just from just the color of your shirt. You get what I'm saying? Like in California around them times, like you see someone like in California, there's neighborhoods that are strictly blood or strictly Crip. So it's like if you driving around there, the color of your car like can get you like things like that. So it's like it's that's back then. Nowadays I feel like it's just more like these young cats they just on some real dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's like they own like some real dumb stuff. So it's like they're really I feel like it's much more stupidity than gang activity that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I feel like it's more immaturity. It's like a lot of people's like grew up as you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like they're just not I feel like they just need a good ass whooping, dog, to be real. Like you feel what I'm saying? But it's like the gang culture is not as I want to say as like crazy as it was before. Like you could go to pretty much any neighborhood as long as you keep your head down, nothing's really gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't get involved in their politics. You get me? But it's, I don't know, but it's there though. It's there because there's definitely a lot of killings every year and stuff. But it's not necessarily for the gang activity. It's for just people doing.
So the gun violence, why is it so much blamed on the blacks?
Because we the ones doing it. It's very simple, bro.
But is it really just the blacks doing it?
As for the most part, when you go to the hoods, most of the gun violence is gonna happen in the hoods. Now, white people can do this shit too, whatever, right? But most of the gun violence is gonna happen in the hood, right? Who's located in the hood? Most black people, most Spanish people, most people of color, primarily black people.
Is it happening because of them not being included?
No, it's like poverty brings crime, bro. Like if everyone in Uganda had a job, do you feel like there'll be anyone stealing, bro?
In Uganda?
I'm asking you a question. If everyone in Uganda, if everyone had every person could get up and actually get a job, and I'm talking about a decent job where they could feed their family. All you gotta do is just want to work, and now you can feed your family. I'm talking about like a decent amount, whatever the amount is in your mind.
We have hungry people.
No, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me, bro. You're not hearing me. Let's just all right. Look at a country like Dubai. The crime is 0.5. Yeah, the crime is there, but it's 0.5, dog. Percent out of 100. You feel me? Because they understand. Because it's like if you have people that are all right, I feel like you need to have consequences that are steep, and you also need to have people that are able to make a living. If everyone can make a living, right? Then it's like why am I really stealing? Why am I doing? If I can go buy it myself, why am I trying to steal it from you? You get me? So it's like that's what's happening in America. It's just a lot of resources that are like. That are, I want to say, not really taken from us, but they make it harder for us to get. And it's a lot of just the mentality, the brainwashing. It's like a lot of us don't have guidance, like and it's the truth. Like you know what I mean. So it's like you look at the street life and then you start thinking that shit's cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you start like you know what I mean. Like I've been in the shootouts and shit in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's like not necessarily because I wanted to. It's just because the shit happened, right? But it's like you see nowadays, they happy to do it, fam. Like they happy to go. They want to go pick up a gun. It's like a thrill for them. You feel me? So it's like it's just a mentality. Like you were saying something too about what would happen if Americans went back to Africa, right? So if you were to bring all the kids now, like 25 and under, you brought them all to Africa, and you just sat them here. Yo, when I say y'all gonna call them, y'all gonna call them on some real. No, y'all gonna if you just take the 20, just take them. Like, and just put them in Africa and just sit them here. Like yo, they're gonna run mad because when we get into problems in America, like over here in Africa, right? You guys stare a lot, right? Yeah. Everyone like stares and stares and stares. In America, you only staring for a couple of reasons. If I'm staring at you long enough, bro, I got a problem with you. If I'm a man, if we're the same sex, I'm staring at you long enough. It's like what's up? What you looking at? like you understand what I'm saying? If I'm staring at you long enough and you're the opposite sex, I'm trying to get at you. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So all right. So it's like for me, I see a bunch of people staring at me all the time over here. So for me, I'm like, what's good, bro? What y'all got going on? Like so imagine a million like me, but not as matured. You know what I'm saying? Like the young maniacs out here, all right? And then everyone, and then now you got a bunch of people like, and everyone's looking. Oh nah, you gonna because when we fight, we fight. It's like you're gonna think we're trying to kill you. Yeah, because we doing everything when we fight. Like we busting bottles over your head, we stomping you out. Like I can tell you some bad stories, bro. Like you know what I mean? But I can tell you this: if you were to take the Black Americans from 25 and up, or let's say 30. And up 30 to 50, oh man, they would rebuild Africa. They would rebuild Africa. They would rebuild Africa in the best way you ever seen in your life. I promise you.
About the whole thing about Americans from what?
The age range.
Oh, from 25 and under, right? I believe they would ruin this place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from 30 and up, because from 25 to 30, I don't know, you got like but like from 30 and up, the ones that mature, the ones that understand what's going on out here. They'll rebuild this whole country, bro.
I bet you bring them without the girls. Yeah. Because the ladies out there.
You don't want to talk about that, bro.
It's like really worried because I was talking to some guys who are like, some of them are hitting 40s. Others in late 30s, 30 and above. They're like they really don't want to get married at the moment in the US because of the ladies.
Yeah, because the women are not women, bro. That's why. Yeah,
and that's why
unfortunately,
like, hey, there's what they call passport bros. So they're like, we'd rather go down to Africa or get some. Nah.
See, I heard of that before too. I know exactly what you talking about. I know exactly what you talking about. Nah, but the passport bros. That I feel like that's what people. I seen that before on Instagram. I feel like that's what people like going to Mexico and going to like all the other like Spanish countries and stuff and bringing them back or whatever. I feel like if you come to Africa and you actually like have good intentions and you try to deal with someone, I feel like you'll have a better experience as long as you find someone that has good intentions. You feel me? And I feel like you'll have a better woman than you would in America. But that's just my opinion personally.
Okay. Now that you're right here on the ground, what do you think if passport bros came around that the motherland could benefit from them?
But I don't know about the passport. I don't know, man. Listen, I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know what they do. They might do more things than what, like, you know what I mean? I don't know what they be doing.
Black dating relationships.
I hear you, but the passport bros look like a bunch of. It look like male. You know what I mean? I got a better image to uphold than that. Like, you know what I mean?
Let's be honest. I have a couple of friends out there. And they're telling me, you know what? If I really get a typically groomed African girl, or with a good, Africans have they're kind of diverse. There's a lot of diversity in races in Africa because there are those, let's say, those who are humble, and then there are those who are more militant, warrior-like. So, but then generally, there are those who are very kind of well-groomed. It could be wife material and stuff like that, like in Uganda. If a girl is to come in here, not all, but majority of the girls, they'll greet you with a lot of respect. They would kneel.
I know. I've seen that before.
They know how to be submissive. They have been taught that is part of beauty. That is basically the virtue of upholding home.
So then you bring a Black American here, they see that, they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be like, oh my God, this is what I wanted my whole life.
I'm just wondering because the biggest problem there is ladies who do not like to listen to their men.
Yeah, because America has divided us.
They think also they're male because they think being a woman is not enough, so they're like looking for equality, and they're like, hey,
All right, so for me, what I see with that is that America has divided us. As far as the black men and black women, there was this guy that I remember I talked to when I was like 21 or something like that, and he was like, he was telling me, he was like, yo, everything you've been told is a lie. I thought he was crazy, by the way. He was like, yo, everything you've been told is a lie. He was like, yo, it's about our women. It's about our women. We got to get our women back. All this stuff. It took me like 5-6 years before I even started understanding what this man was talking about, right? Wow. So as I getting older, I start to realize, I see how divided we are, like, you know what I mean? And I see how like the women are always like, oh, I don't need no all this shit. And then the is like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just you know what I mean? It's just like, and I'm seeing them and I'm looking, I'm like, but why are the women like this? The women are like this because there's been a generation of men that were not men, that were either locked up or were either just scumbag men. Like, let's say they had 2, 3, 4 wives, not wives, but 2, 3, 4 baby mothers. They cheating on everybody. Like, you know what I mean?
What does the word cheating come into this context exactly? Just put it right there.
What do you mean?
Because in Africa, as a man in Africa, there's no word like cheating.
I feel you. Black men don't cheat. I feel you on that, brother. I feel you on that. Black men don't cheat. I read that book too. Black men don't cheat. However, black men don't cheat. However, what I'm saying is the reality of it, right? Let's be reality of it, right? I do believe I'm Muslim. I do have my different views on that. But that's a whole nother
views though. Also,
that's what I'm saying. So, but as reality cheating is cheating. Let's just be real. Yeah. If your woman that you have is not okay with you dealing with another woman, that is cheating. Now with the Muslims, now if you have a wife, she has to okay your second wife and your third wife and your fourth wife. You can have up to 4 wives, but your first wife actually has to be okay with them. And nobody really like elaborates on that. Just to touch that.
You guys out there. You're basically Africans who have been kind of customized to follow or to kind of go on with the culture, the system that is in place. And yet you have this DNA that says, okay, my genes are like, hey, I'm multiple lady. So these other ladies couldn't understand that. Yeah, I mean, because when you're groomed up, when you grow up with the spirit, you know, life is spirit. Basically.
Oh man, that's the woman in America that will be letting you have it right now. As you say, oh my goodness, they'll be letting you have it right now.
How to be walked?
Listen. All right, so like I was saying, regardless, bro, I look at it like if your first woman ain't okay with it, it's cheating, right? So now we raised in a society in America. No, just hear me out. So
most of these ladies are not even married. They're not wedded to these guys, and they say you're cheating on me. I'm his girlfriend. No, he's cheating on me.
Okay, all right. See, I understand your I understand your logic with that. I do understand your logic with that. But I'm just trying to break it down to where you understand why the women in America act the way they act. Yeah. So now you have your own views on that because you're raised over here in the eastern part of the world, and I get you. I understand. I understand this, man. I understand this, brother. All right. But what I'm trying to say is this: you grow up in a society where it's like it's a bunch of women that are mistreated. All right, treated horribly. All right, I'm talking about like and then you have a society where it's like the society is telling you, okay, we'll give you assistance if you have a baby, or we'll give you money if you have a baby or whatever, but the man can't be in the household.
Yeah,
and that happens in America. Like they'll give you money if you're a black woman and if you're a woman in general and you have a baby and you like you're a single mother, you're not married, like a baby mother situation, they'll give you money.
Sure.
They will actually give you money. They'll pay for your place and everything, but the man cannot be in the house. So now it creates an incentive for the baby mother to be like, man, that. You understand?
So the system basically cause depression for mostly black Americans. Because I was reading somewhere that prisons were actually put for black American men.
Okay, all right. So and that is the truth for my opinion.
As well. Yeah, but do they?
Say it again.
Do whites?
Yeah, but it's not as common. But yeah, of course they do. We're human beings, bro. Come on now. But it's like for me when I see that, right, and I see how homie told me that when I was 21, and he was like, oh, it's about our women. Then I'm like, yo,
wow.
I think this is what he was talking. You know what I'm saying? It's like the system is built to divide us and make us feel like we don't need each other. When in reality, no one can. If you have a black household where there's a black man and a black woman and they have black children and they have their own ideology on these children, it makes it harder to break this family up. Yeah. When you remove the father out the household, you just have the women. Now the white man becomes the daddy. Now the officer becomes the daddy. Now you understand? Now it's like you're looking. Now let's think about it. They got a picture of white Jesus everywhere. Let's be real. real. He wasn't white. So it's like, why is that? Because when you see the white man, you're supposed to think of authority. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like this. This is the kind of things that they do to us.
Ideology, kind of.
Okay, so this is what they do to us, and that's why I say it could get deep. It's like even a lot more I can elaborate on, but it's like these are the things that I'm like, okay, if this is what's happening in society, it's like I'm starting to understand what homie's saying now, and I'm like, yo, now it makes more sense that it's like we have to be men again.
Yeah,
the men have to be men again, and that's the only way a woman is gonna be submissive. That's the only way a woman is gonna be submissive.
When they've been raised by women headed households. I mean, who trained their kids?
He just
to be
said
like
it's because of the system.
Yeah. And
So
to answer that question, right? I was raised without my father, but I'm a man, homie. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm a straight. All right, me and all my friends, we all raised each other. I say this all the time. I'm like, every time I learn something, whether it was right or wrong, I'm teaching my friend how to do it. Whether it's right or wrong, we just teach, and then damn, maybe you're not supposed to do that. Oh, you know, and then we learn, then we figure it out, and we learn, bro, and we understand. And for me, my biggest example was that I seen my grandpa and my grandma stay together and they died together. You feel me? Like my grandfather died when he was 88. He was still married to my grandmother. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when I look at that, I'm like, nah, yo, like it's like I'm. That's how life is supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
destroy it over the years.
Yeah, so it's like when I look at how the world is, though, I'm like, it started from my mother's generation because you know what I mean. I was raised without a father. So it's like when I look at that, I'm like, damn, it didn't even start from my generation. It started from before me. You feel me? So it's like that. That's where the baby mothers and stuff started coming from. The generation before. I want to say like the people born in the 60s. Yeah, you get me? Like people born in the 60s and 70s. So it's like that's where all
in the US, not in Africa.
In the US. I'm talking about everything with the US. So it's like that. That is how. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, yo, there's really a big division. You know, like for black people in general. There's a vision in America for class and for like racial standards and you know social constructs and stuff like that. But then there's a division between the black woman and the black man as far as unity in the household. We no longer are a family structure anymore, and because of that, that is why you see the gun violence in America. This is from my opinion now, but this is why you see this kind of things.
Americans are trying to bring in Ghana. Because somebody bought land and then was like, hey, Americans were bringing you right here. I mean, sorry, Afro-Americans, please come back into your motherland. There's land for investment here. You're free to get land. There's this that has been demarcated. And then these guys are coming with guns and they're trying to shoot at Africans. That is somewhere in Ghana.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Like acceptable?
Yeah, bro. It's happening. That's why
under the laws of the government of Ghana,
it's not acceptable. But that's what is happening.
Well, I'm allowed to bring a gun to Uganda though. I looked up the laws. I'm allowed to actually.
Yeah, you're not allowed to bring any guns.
No, you are allowed. Listen to me. You have to go through a special process. But you're allowed to. I have a gun license in America. They said as long as I have my gun license in my home state, then I'm allowed to bring it for hunting purposes. I'm telling you. For hunting purposes. That's what they said, for hunting purposes. And then if I'm here for 2-3 months, hey, I'm just hunting those 2-3 months. And whenever I have it, I just need to have it ducked away as safe. And if I'm leaving, when I leave, I need to bring it with me and every bullet that was accounted for.
Oh, okay. So you're supposed to register the bullets and everything.
Like they count everything.
You can't just walk in and you're like, okay, now
suppose
I have
the gun is
just
robbed.
walking in.
Suppose the gun is robbed off. Like, what would
you
happen?
answer.
Oh, I'm sure that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So the gun might just disappear.
Okay.
You get me? Like if something like that happens.
Because these guys here are busy demilitarizing certain regions of Uganda because they claim people have so many guns. That is
unregistered guns.
Unregistered guns, but also they do not allow the communities to have guns. In Karamoja, yet they say there's a place called Karamoja in northeastern Uganda. They say,
I think it borders Kenya.
Say, this is to protect our flock, our cattle, because they have cross-border raids from their neighbors. Yeah. No, from Kenya.
Wow.
Yeah. There's what they call the Turukanas, and then there's what they call the Karamoja.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so these guys, the government says, no, bring in all the guns that you have. You're not allowed to have guns. And the other guys are like, how shall we protect our cattle when these guys come in with guns to raise our cattle? So it's basically, that's a situation. Yeah. So then we have to revise on that.
So then, but you see how you're forced to do something? No, those guys, they're forced to hold their guns, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there was a generation that was forced to hold their guns because people like the white Americans at one point was like lynching people, you know, like hanging people and stuff. So you have to protect yourself too. But over the years, it's like they figured out a way to turn us on each other.
Okay.
And then it's like, we just killing each other.
Meanwhile, I want to thank you for coming in to do some collabos in Uganda, bring in your craft, and then to help uplift this craft.
The exchange of cultures.
Yeah. It's really wonderful. And I believe that, you see, one of the many things that the US would lose, or the Americans would lose, if all African Americans came back, is the culture, the creative aspect.
There's already a distortion in our cultures.
I mean, they would lose that. I mean, because imagine all the blacks come back to Africa.
I feel like they would learn a lot from you guys, but I feel like if it's too many of them at the same time, they would still be themselves. Okay. It would be their children that would be like y'all.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be them. It would be the next generation that would.
You know what Wakanda did? Sorry.
Wakanda, hey.
Yeah. But you know sometimes, yeah.
And you know what Nigerian music
Wakanda,
is doing right now?
Oh yeah.
Listen, Wakanda painted
African
a picture.
music, I'm a piano as well.
Yeah. Wakanda painted a picture. Eh?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it told the stories of Africa. He painted a picture for what Africa should look like, or what Africa is, and the richness, the minerals and the richness we have in Africa, and how much we should invest in building Africa.
Yes.
But did we take the lessons from that?
From Wakanda.
And who told the story?
A white man.
Exactly. That brings me to a question. What is the real motive behind making America great again?
Why don't they also make Africa great again?
You know, Trump has been pushing that.
But also African Americans need to come and help make Africa great again. I mean, because basically the.
But what's the real motive behind that statement?
To make America great again? They all right. When Trump said it, he said it like bring it back to the 60s. Bring it back, like that's what he meant. Like make it
when
like
the blacks were slaves.
You know when? No, they weren't slaves, but when they were very oppressed. When we had Jim Crow laws, it was separate but equal. It's like we had separate water fountains, we had separate like separate schools, like everything was different. Like it was black community, white community, you don't come over this side. Yeah, smoothly. I mean.
Well,
there's different opinions on that. Some people say yes, some people say no. But in reality, what they fought for was to separate. Was to combine everything, because they were saying the blacks were being treated unfairly. Yeah. Because it's like the whites get all the good stuff and the blacks get all the bad stuff. So it's like living in a ghetto and in a posh community. Yeah. It's like the ghettos are gonna get worse. So it's like, why are you? It's like why are you doing that to us? You get me? So they fought to abolish Jim Crow to make it everything equal, and then they started bringing black kids into schools, right, into the white schools, and they had to bring the military just to allow the kids into the school because there was white mobs over there trying to stop. This is like in the 60s and stuff. This stuff you can watch movies and stuff for, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Why would he ask for that, like, in a modern world today?
This is Trump.
But that's what he means. He means make America great again, to bring it back to the time that he knows, you know what I mean? Where it's like, where the white man was back in control, where it's like, you gotta, shine my shoes, boy, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's what he wants.
So he's basically racist.
I mean, listen. I can't speak for anybody, man. He comes across very racist. Yes. Yeah. Do I know what his true, ambitions or feelings are? I don't know. He gave Kodak Black a pardon from jail. I don't feel like a racist person would do that, especially to a Kodak, to be real. But at the same time, I see the other shit he do, and racist people feel empowered when he's in power. So it's like, I don't know.
Some moves are just political moves.
Yeah, there you go. That too. It's like that's why it's like I can't speak on it. It's too many variables for me to be able to say anything.
Okay. There's something I need to read that was sent in by someone. I came to the US in fall 2009 as an international student. I was 19 years old at that time. I came here as on a full scholarship and was blown away by the opportunities here. As a young kid who grew up in Rwanda, my life was changed when I won the scholarship. It was my one-way ticket out of poverty. For that, I'll forever be grateful. For the past 4 years, I have been living in Europe, and I cannot wait to come back to US. I really miss the United States big time. I tell my fellow immigrants that US might not be the perfect country, but if you focus on changing your life for the better, you have many opportunities here. As an American citizen now, I'm aware of our challenges as a country. However, I still believe in the United States. This is why, after finishing my education, I took some time to serve in the military. It was my way to say thank you to the country that adopted me and helped my family back home, and helped me help my family back home. I will forever be grateful.
God bless that brother. God bless that brother.
kind of story all over that you come across?
Nah, that's very rare. But
in Africa and then come to that state and then they're given opportunities.
No, I mean America is filled with opportunities. So that's the thing.
Because I was told it's all about marketing. I was just told that these guys know how to market America.
To market their country.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're gonna go there and you're gonna realize it's not as easy as you think. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not like a land of gold, fam. It's
Tell
not
me
like
about
that.
the easiness.
It's not easy. It's nothing. If it was easy, every African that went there, every Jamaican that went there would have came back rich already.
Yeah.
All right, so it's like the. All right, in reality, I want to say this about America. It is the place where you can go and have $0 and figure. And if you have hustle in your heart. And you have made no money. But if you have hustle in your heart, somehow, some way, you will make it happen. But you might suffer. You might suffer for a couple months, might even suffer for a couple years, brother. But if you continue, you will make some money. You will figure it out. You understand? So I want to say America is definitely where the money is at.
Let me ask you something right now. Now that you
it's true, America is the land of opportunity.
It is definitely that's the truth. Now you can also get some dumb shit. Like that's the reality of it too. Like you know what I'm saying?
Thing,
you can also experience extreme racism by the police by getting pulled over, and you may not know certain stuff, and maybe you reach differently, and now he got his gun out on you, and now you like, what did I do? You understand what I'm saying? Like that might happen too. But yeah, if you keep your head down and follow the rules and be, whatever.
The police has that
what do you mean when you say if you keep your head down?
Meaning don't do nothing extra. You want to come there and just
you need to act dumb and mind your business.
Yeah, just mind your fucking business. Mind your business.
Okay.
But then I want to tell you this. Also doing that could also put you in a hole too, because it's like all right, if you come to America and you don't meet somebody like Maniac, it's gonna be very hard for you, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you don't meet somebody like someone that's like an American that knows about everything, but also knows outside the country too, you're gonna have a problem. It's gonna be a lot harder than if you were to come and meet someone like me.
Just for the viewers right now for this podcast, I'm gonna ask Maniac to actually spell his name and give us his handles on social media.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is the time right now. Then we can continue the conversation.
All right, so it's Maniac Maine, MANIAC, and then Maine, MAYNE. You can also go to maniacmaine.com and you can find all of my, my social media handles and all that good stuff over there. And yeah, same thing on IG, Twitter, and all that stuff. So, but easiest way, maniacmaine.com. Huh?
Any new music out?
Yes, I just dropped a music. I just dropped a new music video New Year's Day called "No Retire," featuring Star Ace. Yeah, I've been here for a little bit.
Here?
Yeah, I dropped it here. Yeah.
Are you shooting any videos yet?
I'm going to be shooting I'm leaving soon, so I might shoot another one. I might shoot another one before I leave.
When are you leaving?
I'm leaving the end of this month. And so I have a video with Rickman, so I might be doing that before I leave.
Apart from that, you needed, French Montana did a whole video here. He shot 2 videos. But released one and is keeping the other one.
Really?
Yeah. There's one which was more like movie-like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
Keeping the other one.
Well, no, I shot 2, maybe 3 here so far. Yeah. I shot a few here, but I released one. The first one I shot was with Enoch, Keith Enoch, and then the second one was with Zyga. I forgot.
Yes,
you know.
Okay,
it's like okay. So so he did No Retire, and I had another one called Jungle that Enoch did.
Okay, because that's cool. That's cool. I mean, those are all American produced audios.
No, actually, one of them is They're both African. They're both Afrobeat.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm taking up this time to a little kind of divert to your,
We here. I got time today, man.
Art. Yeah.
I got time today. I got time today, man. I'm self-medicated. I'm good. You know what I mean?
I'm self-meditating. Yeah. On the other hand, I'm good, right?
There you go. We good.
Okay, so you see, Africa, the reason why I was asking you all this, that you'll discover that Uganda, let's say East Africa, for instance, is a land of opportunities, as much as America is a land of opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
The moment you've been here for a while, what do you see that you're like, there's an opportunity to this? You mean someone can create this? I think I could do this.
Construction companies? I feel like if you have a good construction company out here, you make some money. I feel like the government will even.
Let's say if you say I'm not going back to the US, what would you do?
I can't tell y'all, because then y'all people gonna try to do it. Then you know what I mean. They're gonna steal my ideas. But one thing, I'll give you something small. One thing I would do, if I had, all right, let me just say this. If you have the money to get like, to buy like multiple things, like for example, let's say you buy a bunch of trucks, like, you know, the big Toyota trucks, the Land Cruisers. I would get like 3, 4 of those, maybe 5 of those, and I would rent those out. I'll use it for different services. You know, like
around in Africa.
Yeah, I would do something like that. I could. I also believe in solar panels. I believe solar
Can I
panels.
surprise you a little bit?
Talk to me.
Do you know here where we're seated? Below there is a lot of diamond.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Well.
Yeah, the whole Kampala city is right seated on a diamond mine.
Nah, you guys, you said it like we are sitting on diamond, and the next thing.
No, I'm just telling you.
Hey, listen, when the cameras went off, I was gonna be like, so hold on, talk to me about them diamonds though, brother.
Wait.
Yeah. Cut. Hey, so what you saying now?
Example of Uganda, 2/3 of Uganda, 2/3 has gold.
Yeah.
2/3 of Uganda.
You guys found like 400 million worth of gold the other day,
Yeah.
or 400.
I read the news.
Then
Y'all the fourth richest country in the world right now.
The news was shut down.
Yeah. Y'all the fourth richest country in the world right now.
Of Uganda, a quarter has oil.
Mm.
You understand? And then the capital city, mostly on the other side where there is a campus, that is a whole diamond area. I'm being honest with you.
You know, I met this white guy. That was at a he was at some hotel the other day. I seen him walking out, and he was like, "Oh, He was like, "Oh, I do diamonds."
Yeah.
Like, he was from America. He's from Georgia, actually.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing diamonds for like 10 years." He was like, "I live in Africa." I'm just like, "You live in Africa?" But he's a white man, real white man, like probably one of them racist ones too.
A lot of white
I'm just like, "Yo, they come here and they see they have the money to do it." You get me? But it's like that's the stuff that black people supposed to be doing. Like if black Americans like was smart enough, like we would all come together and then go do what he doing. You get what I'm saying? Go get a diamond mine and then pay our people properly.
Like,
you get what I'm saying? Let's do it the right way. You feel me? Like let's not have no little kids digging and stuff. No, bro, let them go to school. You feel me?
Can I give you an example? Like right now, if you tell me, hey, I need to get a kilogram of gold.
Yeah.
You understand? I have this X amount of bucks. I can get you a kilogram of gold.
Really?
I just tell, give me some minutes. I make a few calls.
I mean, hey, listen.
As long as you have the money.
As long as you got the money, I get you some diamonds too. Ayad no come from, brother. Ayad no come from, brother.
You guys just swap diamonds for gold.
Yeah, man. You just bring a gold first. Just bring the gold first. We can't talk.
We'll come back a little bit. My last question before we wrap up. Yeah.
Are we sure we're going to wrap up?
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up in a bit. Okay. I want to understand, just paint for me a picture of the migrants' inclusion in the politics and the social, the economic space of USA.
All right, say that again. The inclusion of it.
The inclusion of immigrants.
In
terms of them being in high rank offices.
You'll see a few, like they're trying to, now America's trying to be more inclusive with certain stuff. Like you'll see more senators and more like Congress people that are like, they're people of color, people of some sort of different ethnicity other than white. You know what I mean? So you'll see that there, but in general, it's like, it's not really like are you asking if there's like a presence for him? Is that what you're saying? Or a story that's told for him? You're saying like the inclusion with them, like
the inclusion with them in terms of numbers. Let's say the number of senates equating to the whites.
Oh no! It's very small. It's very small. It's not as there's representation for everyone. I want to say, but there's not enough. But it is being more inclusive because before there wasn't enough. There wasn't representation. Period.
Okay.
Like now you see more places
let me ask you something
color.
A little different from that. Do Black lives matter to white Americans, to the whites?
I'm sure they do. You trying to get me canceled, brother? What are you saying?
No.
I'm sure they do. Matter of fact, I know they matter to them.
Yesterday, I was having a conversation with my friend, and he said a statement that stuck in my head. He thinks, in his own opinion, he thinks the Black Americans are the most racist people.
Yeah,
but they
how can a Black person be racist?
I don't know.
I mean, there's somebody.
It just struck my mind.
Who was also telling me the same thing. They're like, the blacks are more racist than even the whites.
Listen, bro, Black people cannot be racist. If you all right, if you are racist, no, I'm just telling you, you can never be racist. You can never be racist. None of us could ever be racist.
So none of
listen to me. People are people. Yes, however, black people cannot be racist because we don't have a system of power to where we can use to oppress anyone. Wow, there is no one that we can use. So all right, so if we're racist, right? Let's do something about it. Let's let the white people not be able to buy houses no more. We can't do that. So how are we racist? Yeah. You understand? But if they don't like us, they can do it. They can literally make a law to say you can't buy a house in this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you understand what I'm saying? We have no power. We have no power. So how can we be racist? We just don't like nobody like their oppressor, bro.
You see,
you understand? I'm a slave. And you want me to like the master? No.
You see,
what, are you serious?
If you check
how can I be racist? I can be mad all I want.
If you check the trend of violence in the US, actually, it's more blacks are more violent towards fellow blacks compared to the whites.
Yes, and that is because that is a lot of brainwashing. I'll be honest.
Bro.
And
you see. I agree with you with the brainwash because the media silences everything that is white.
Yeah.
And portrays whatever wrong.
You mean the media in Africa? The media?
The media, the cable networks out there. Recently, this guy who handled the massacre blacks in a mall.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's mass shootings all the time. There's this guy that he went into a shopping mall
and just shot
all the black people there.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there was another white boy went into a church, a black church, and people in the church.
What was the reason behind all this?
Racism. He does not believe black people should be on this earth. She doesn't believe they should be alive. So to me, when I see that, and I'm like, okay, if one of their grandkids wanted to go crazy and go after this man and go this man. Are you gonna say that he was the bad one? Like let's say you killed my grandmama, right? Yeah. And I just watched it happen, but I was able to get a hold of you, right? Yeah. And I decided to torture you.
Yeah.
And I decided to rip your toenails out, and I cut off each toe one by one, and I do some right? Right? It's like, to me, I cannot look at that man like he did anything wrong. You came in there and my people and my grandmama. Are you serious? How are you mad at my anger? You understand what I'm saying? Well, yeah. Like why are you mad? Why did you come for me?
Yeah.
You feel me? I do not believe you can be upset with anyone's reaction. Because it's like, why? It's like, okay, yeah, you come and slap me, but I punch shit. It's like, why did you, and now you on the ground, now you crying on the ground. But why did you come slap me? What did I do for you to come and slap me? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't look at, it's like, man, I feel like them people that did that like them white people, them white boys that did that to them grandmas and them grandpas in the grocery store, yo, give them the death penalty, fam. They need to, like these people need to go. They need to go.
They should get a death penalty.
But all of them need to go. There was one in my state. He was a kid and he kids at the school. Like I even knew the school. It was a Parkland. Wow. It was Douglas. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, he killed mad kids at the school. And I'm just like, and I remember driving in that neighborhood the same time when it happened, and I seen all the police cars and everything. And I'm like, what? There's a shooting in Douglas. I'm like, what? And it's just like, this man is over here trying to say he's insane. No, bumba clock, dog. Yeah, you get me? It's like, yo, you're not supposed to have sympathy for these kind of people. And there's many people that have that ideology. They're just not acting on it. Mm-hmm. And some of those people are making laws for us. Yeah. Some of those people are you understand? So it's like that's just the ones of you that can't control how they feel. Yeah. But the ones that can, they're in power, bro. Mm-hmm. And they can do things and they can be racist. Yeah. And when they're racist, they can do things to us. Yeah. They can make certain laws for us. We can't do none of that. So I do not agree with anyone saying a black American or any person that has from African descent to be racist. I don't believe that they can. I don't believe we have the capability of being that. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So I don't know. It's sorry to get so passionate, guys, but that's what I feel. No, we understand. You feel me? Like that's how I feel.
So a black here, like personally, I would best deal with a white than deal with an African American.
Because
you see, all of this is sad to say, but all of this can root back to. I hate to say it, guys, but it can all root back to the white people. It can all root back to the race, to the racism, to everything. Yes, it's like there's this thing on Netflix called The 13th, and Y'all should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's called The 13th. And it tells you about how America created these black people.
Okay.
Like these black people you see now
I love this
are basically a created version of
lab.
In a sense. No, not in labs, but it's like, you know, it's like you have, all right, let's break it down.
So they say they give them the drugs, they give them everything.
No, it's not even that. I'll break it down like this. I'm gonna break it down a little bit, right? So it's like I believe that statement that Africans are treated a little differently from Black American mind, because we are conditioned to think that Africa is like a place where you listen. They think that you guys are living with lions out here. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like the way our mentality is a lot different. We're not taught. We're not showed anything, so we don't know.
So they think
you understand? So I'm from Jamaica. So I'm from Jamaica, right? So I understand certain things. But someone that's solely from America, they're not gonna understand that. They feel like y'all have no electricity out here. They feel like y'all have no water.
We have electricity. You
understand?
We have electricity in Africa, man. You guys.
All right, and
solar power.
And then there was I was gonna get to a point here about okay, so now all right, so look, so let me tell you exactly how you can look at it like this, right? Look at Martin Luther King era. That's like the 60s, right?
Yeah.
These black men, you would look at them with the utmost respect. These are your grandpas and your dads, all right? These is when men was men. You understand? Especially black men. We wore a suit every day. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, sharp, brother. Grandpa was sharp. You feel me? So you feel me? That's the Bob Marley era. That's what you got to. You understand? These are the real men in the world. You understand what I'm saying? So now these men, right? You killed the Malcolm X's of the world. You killed the Martin Luther Kings. Every black leader, you killed the Fred Hamptons. Every black leader that ever came up that tried to do something for their people, you just them
and killed their history.
You killed their leader. You killed their leader. You killed our leaders, right? Now on top of that, once you kill our leaders, there's a force that comes into play. There's some people out there. There's a people out there that say, nah, you're not just gonna do that to us. There's always a maniac out there. There's always somebody like Maniac out there. You understand? So it's like now you have these group of people that what they did, they call themselves the Black Panthers. All right, and these people, these people, if when the police would come and pull over a black, like a person in a car, like a black person that's driving, whatever, they would be out there across the street with their guns, AKs, shotguns, all that, to make sure that the traffic stop went okay. These were the real men of the world. Do you understand? So they did this to it's like basically it's like if you guys aren't gonna protect our neighborhoods, we'll protect our neighborhoods.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So then that's what they did. And you know what they did after that? The government started making laws that now you can't carry guns anymore. Now you can't do this. Now you can't. You understand? So now they start locking these people up. So now you taking now this is the grandpa era. Now you take away all of our grandpas. You literally take away all of our grandpas. You literally take away all of our grandpas. Now you took away every one of them. You killing them. You arresting them. You take away all of our grandpas, right? So now our dads is growing up with no dad.
Sorry.
He raised by his mother. He raised by his mother, right?
Yeah.
So now he may not necessarily know how to be a man at this point. He's just kind of doing his thing. He's trying to do his thing. So now this man, let's say he having kids and he not even there for his kid now because he's like, man, my daddy wasn't there, but your dad wasn't there because of a system. But he don't understand that. You get me? So now my generation, we grew up without no daddy.
Yeah.
So now we like, man, we don't really care because it's like, nigga, he didn't want to be a part of our lives, you know. But now when you really look at the root of the problem, now in reality, that man is supposed to be a man and be there for your kids, right? But when you look at the stem of it, how deep it is, it's like this is not just one family that this is happening to. It is millions of families that this same story applies to. Something is not right here.
Yeah, something is not.
You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's like that. That's why I'm like, there's a very big disconnect with Black people of America and Black people of Africa, because even though we are called African Americans, right? But there's a disconnect because we were not educated enough to know what's going on out here. But I promise you, I always tell my friends to come to Africa with me because I'm like, bro, I'm gonna change your life. You get me? Because like once they come over here and they understand, it's like you gotta send them little by little. You get me? It's like once they come over here, they understand. They're gonna like. I went back to America feeling like I was a problem. I went back to America feeling like, yo, I'm not living right. Like we not living right out here. Like I'm just like, nah, bro. Like something that, like, nah, bro. It was like an epiphany, and it's like every time I go to Jamaica and I come back, I be feeling like, man, we're so lucky to be in America. I went to Africa and I came back. I'm like, yo, we are so cursed to be in America. I was like, oh my god, like, oh my god. I was like, yo, why are we here? Like, why are we not in Africa? Like, oh my god, like, I got scared, bro.
Hold up, right there. You know, something I just need to remind people.
We are powered by a peaceful home. It's located in Virginia. So if you want services, looking after the elderly, It's called the Peaceful Home in Virginia. You look them out, yeah.
All right, got you.
Something that we've been doing in our schools. You don't study about Malcolm X, but you study about Napoleon.
There you go. Stuff like that.
And then it starts sticking in your mind.
And Napoleon was the greatest.
You get, because he broadened the borders of Germany colonies and stuff. And then
Christopher Columbus,
they get a small subject that this is political education. That's why you study Malcolm X, and it's optional, so you choose to study it or not.
Yeah. There you go.
And then they give you a whole book of compulsory subjects that you have to study.
That you have to do.
Western history and the Western politics.
Yeah, it's not.
So whatever we say right now is grooming someone who's watching. That's why you see Netflix pushes certain ideologies. Cable networks are pushing ideologies because the next day it's the lifestyle you want to adopt. Okay?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Because you think it's cool. They're painting it cool.
Yeah.
I have a friend in the US who told me it's now hard to raise
children.
My 7-year-old.
Yeah, that's very true. I'm concerned about having kids in America.
How can they reverse that? I mean,
it's their world.
How is it possible?
It's their world. Now we need to build Africa.
Okay. So are we going to build Africa?
So the African Americans or the Africans in the diaspora
are we going to build
reconnect and find safe space? Like if you have your 10-year-old, let them visit Africa.
My question is, are we going to build Africa based on the narrative of the American whatever impacts or whatever it is?
Shiloh, did you listen Maniac speak? He said
that's why
he said you are raised without a father.
That's why I stuck to what I said. I said we are Africans.
Okay, let me explain something. These are 3 generations.
Speech.
3 generations.
Mike.
Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3.
Yeah.
The middle generation is killed. Okay, I mean, the first generation is killed. The second generation is going to grow without the generation from the first generation.
Yeah, without the fathers.
So there is no generation there is no history. So
that's unguided. The middle one is unguided.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we grow up not knowing where we come from, not knowing how we should be raised, how we should live around our peers. You get, we don't understand how our great-grandparents were raised, the disciplines.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't even understand our culture. It's distorted. And now what we do is watch the screens, the cable networks raise us.
Tell me something you've never...
No, you're right. He made a perfect point.
You know you're right, but also there are other facts. You're speaking one of the facts.
I love the fact that you come back and seek for first-hand information.
For a fact. So
that someone doesn't have to tell you that, Africa is full of lions.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one yet, but I haven't seen one yet. I've been here for. I've been coming back for the past 2-3 years. I have not seen one yet, bro. Right?
Sure.
Stop it. I didn't go to those parts because I stay in Kampala area. You understand? So it's like I didn't go to those parts.
Some development whenever you come back.
Of course, every time I come back is more
exactly. So we're growing. It's a gradual process.
Yeah.
But we should still continue preaching the stories of African Americans reconnecting with Africa.
Yeah.
So that they understand that our history is being distorted and our stories are not told.
The African needs to tell you
a lot of people in West Africa, there's like a movement out there that's actually like that's making some noise.
Yeah.
I think it's called ADDI or something like that. But it's like they bought. I think it's exactly what you were saying. The people that bought a bunch of land in Ghana.
Yeah.
No, the Wakanda project.
Yeah.
So I actually was there.
Oh.
I actually went there and I seen what they were doing, and it's pretty amazing, man. I'm not sure exactly how far they gotten, but the idea of it, and that's the thing. A lot of let me tell you something. Let me just say this: the idea of the Wakanda project is amazing, but the idea of America, brother, is amazing. I want to say that the idea of America is amazing. That's why people fall in love with it, because you hear the land of the free, the land of opportunity. So the idea of it is amazing. So if we came back to Africa, the idea of America, what we know for real, that's what I believe we would build. The real America. The United States of Africa.
Oh, that's what
you understand?
We can develop.
You feel me? United States of Africa.
Yeah.
I believe that's what will happen, because we would do it the right way. We would do it the right way. But I don't even believe it would be my generation. I believe it would be my children's generation, because it would have to be the kids have to understand the Americans and the Africans. How does that happen? By having children. You get me? Like that's the only way it's gonna work. It wouldn't be like, let's say that you brought all the Black Americans back. It would have to be their kids that is raised with Africans to understand both cultures, to be able to build. You understand? That's what I believe would happen.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry. I was trying to write some few things here while we're talking. Yeah. And because he's basically, I discovered that once we point, like there are so many things that can happen. Like when the African Americans are to come back to Africa, all of them. He's spoken like a little bit of everything. A little bit of
for real,
2
for real,
points.
for real.
But he's gone so deep that he has taken us a whole podcast discussing 1 point to now 1.5 points.
No, he said it in the beginning. Do you guys have time?
It's
And
a
we said we
whole
have time.
wide it's a whole wide thing. Because there's so many things like
Because the
global
big
changes
topic,
in
man.
marketing. Yeah. There's cultural shift, there's changes in politics, there's as in global politics, there is changes in the market, like a market shift. There is basically a lot of things. A lot of things. And that's why I'm like, wow, what do we do now, man? Do we need another podcast for this? Do we need another podcast?
You might need another one, man.
We need to do the same thing we've always been talking
Yeah.
about. Create a portal where we can exchange this information, like authentic information,
Yes.
first-hand
there
information.
needs to be a bridge between. There needs to be a bridge that connects Africa to let's say Black Americans to Africans.
Yeah.
I believe that the culture wise, finance wise, everything,
Yeah.
music wise, you know what I mean,
because
everything.
I want to be honest with you, because you see, to be honest, I just met I met Maniac on the podcast today, and I'm like, I wish I'd seen him before
COVID.
you know, because I would have given him a narrative. Okay, the next music video you do, make it like a movie because you have all these resources, so you make it like a short film. You know. So that is kind of...
This guy is a businessman.
I would
He's
be
already
like-
pitching.
You
I'd
see,
be like,
he got a nice drop in here right now. Marketing.
So the next thing I'm like, okay, next time you come back, Maniac, next time when you come back, please come back with a budget for a short movie, because you need to go and present your movie to Hollywood and get it a big budget, because you're kind of informed. You're not the typical Afro-American.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm
understand
saying?
what I mean? But what
do a little something.
However, everything has a dark side. This guy has told me he has not seen any lions.
I haven't. No,
really,
I didn't want to.
but
I didn't want to though, because
we organized,
I
you know,
just
but
I didn't
he
want to
also
give them. I
said-
didn't
What
want
they
to give
need
them
to
the
know-
justice.
No, there's something- wait a little bit. Not on the bad side. You're going to
No,
say
he
that-
said he's been around Kampala. He hasn't gone to
we
the
have
parks and
lions
stuff.
in an organized environment. We have lions, we have baboons, we have zebras, we have...
No, I
we
seen
have
some baboons.
every kind of
Not baboons. I seen some small
thing.
monkeys.
Yeah, we have the Nile crocodile. The Nile's right here in Africa.
I don't want to see those.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
they don't sound so
we
enticing.
have literally everything. We have what they call the Nile patch. Do you guys know about the Nile patch? It's the ship with the biggest content of omega-3 fatty acids that are good for your growth and brain and thinking. Basically, right here in Uganda, this is the origin of everything.
I'm
And this guy-
gonna hit you up with the minister of tourism.
No, this may not be the job for him. He needs a new job. He needs a new job.
Have you eaten some Nile patch?
No,
Big fish?
no.
Bro. You've had the Rolex.
Of
Now
course.
You need the
Guys,
Nile
it's the
patch.
Kings and Queens podcast. We're closing it right now.
All right, man. You know the
Thanks
vibes.
for coming through,
We have
man.
some sponsors there, right there. What have
And
you
we
called?
appreciate the fact, because usually we have these conversations, but we don't speak to people who live this life firsthand. So it's a blessing to have you on this podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for giving us an insight on what America is. Guys, we sign out.
We go. You know the vibes, man.
Uganda.
Maniac in the belly.
Uganda.